guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Dr. Olivia here. In today's video, we are going to be rating from best to worst the 4 most popular baby floor seats. So let's get into it. Okay, so over on my TikTok, I started a series where I did like a blindfolded test of guessing which seat was which. I got inspired by, those videos on TikTok where they do like the blind Coke taste test where they can determine if that's like a Diet Coke, a Coke Zero. I'll put a video.
That's cherry.
Okay. So I wanted to do that for baby seats where I can feel and describe to you why or why not these seats are good for your baby's PP&A. Arrow leg opening, very sloped. This is like a very big bowl. Has to be the bumbo. If you're new here and you hear me saying PP&A all the time, it is a phrase I came up with when I started my social media years and years ago, and it stands for position, posture, and alignment. And this is super important to me. I am a stickler for that PP&A, and I want you to be too. So spoiler alert on the videos that I did on my TikTok on guessing them, I got them all right. Go check out those viral videos. They're doing so well on my TikTok and on my Instagram. I'm just at the baby PTs. Go subscribe there. On TikTok, we just hit 300,000 followers. I couldn't be more grateful. It's such a good feeling to just keep seeing followers that y'all are interested in my content. So don't forget to do that here. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. YouTube is the goal to tackle next. We're coming here end of 2023 and 2024. You're going to see a lot more of me on YouTube. So don't forget to subscribe so you can see everything I'm posting, and let me know in the comments what you want to see next. The biggest question I got out of those viral videos was, which one is your number one? What is the one you would recommend hands down? So we're going to get into that right now. Let's go through each one first so you know which ones I'm talking about. We have a total of 4, the Fisher-Price Sit Me Up, the Bumbo, the Ingenuity, and we have the Up Seat. Now, a lot of other questions I received were, when and why would you use these seats? And I happened to notice that the why would you use these seats were from non-parents asking these questions. This is so pointless. Why do you need this? You're wasting your money. Why would you ever use such a thing? Because we need to pee, Jared. Because we need to cook, okay? We need to get some laundry done without our kid crawling, rolling, and knowing that they're kind of safe next to us, okay? Sometimes we need a safe space where your baby can sit next to you. So these are highly portable devices. They're lightweight, but safe enough for your baby to sit and play in them. All of these come with a tray attachment so you can eat in there. And then 2 of them come with a chair adapter so you can attach it to the chair to make it like a booster seat. But I wouldn't be doing my due diligence as a developmental PT if we didn't have a discussion of the fact that these are considered a container. These contain your baby, particularly limit free range of your baby's hips and legs. So with that, we need to be super, super diligent, not only about that PP&A, which we'll get into in a little bit, but about the time spent in there. 30-minute intervals is a rough guideline. You have to do what works for your family, but I just want you to be aware that this is considered a container and there can be repercussions if they're in there for too long or if you set them up where their PP&A is not prioritized. Probably like, okay, Dr. Olivia, it's a container, big whoop, they can't move their legs, but at least they're safe, right? Yes, totally. They are generally safe in terms of they're not going to get into anything and they're contained. But here's the thing, when you limit the natural movement of their body for prolonged periods of time, we risk a lot of imbalances that occur in their joints and in their muscles. And what happens when that happens? That PP&A that I always harp on gets compromised. It gets sloppy. They get tired. And in some of these seats, the PP&A is already bad to begin with, so we don't want them in there longer than they need to be. Okay, we're good. Now that we know, okay, let me get off my soapbox and let's start rating. All right, coming in last place is the Bumbo. No surprise here. I make a ton of content on why this isn't my fave. The PP&A is non-existent. Where is it? I would always describe this as your baby sitting in like a bowl. The seat is so deep and concave-like that their knees are so much higher than their hips. So their pelvis is so rounded that they're almost sitting on their tailbone. I do like how high the back support is, but we got to talk about these leg openings, honey. Whose legs are able to fit in this? That's so small. And not only that, it is so forward, which puts their legs in a very compromised position, a very adducted or close together position. When we restrict the legs in this very narrow position, that leaves no wiggle room. So that puts a lot of strain on their hip joints. This is the seat I was saying that the PPNA isn't good to begin with. So it's really hard to adjust it to make it better. And remember, guys, if this worked for you and your family, then fantastic. These are just my opinions. There is actually another Bumbo seat that I really like that I'll get to towards the end of this video. So the only thing I like about this is how high the back is and that price point. Okay, next. In third place, the Fisher-Price Sit Me Up. This one is so popular and I do like it, but there's a lot of adjustments that need to be made in order for that PPNA to be perfect. Like if your baby is really petite and they don't fill it out, that's when I notice that PPNA goes down. This is essentially a sling suspension type device. So you're not actually getting a seat surface like all the others. The thing about this is the way the bottom is constructed. The hips are higher than the knees, so they're getting better PPNA than the Bumbo. But this can also cause a lot of slouching if they don't fit just right in there. Now, this is the only seat where they have a chest bar. And what I've noticed is that if your baby is too small, they will get swallowed by this chest bar, meaning it's hitting too high. So it's compromising that PPNA. So it's kind of like this, like if they're too little, the chest bar hits more at their chin. So they're just slouched in it like this. Versus if they fit properly and the chest bar was hitting at their chest or lower, then they would have a little bit better PPNA, better posture sitting upright. This is too much adjusting to get that PPNA right, so that's why it's in third place. Okay, next. In second place, this was so hard for me. We're going with the Ingenuity. We have a nice high back, a nice neutral seat that's really wide, so there's a lot of wiggle room. My only thing is the leg opening. For a great width, so a lot more wiggle room than the Bumbo, but they still are very forward. But this is so minor. That's how close it was. Other than that leg position, this is a fantastic product. They have done an excellent job. And in first place, we have the Up seat. If you don't want to have to worry about anything regarding their PPNA, then this seat is for you. It was designed by PTs, so I love the high back, and what is unique about this seat is that they have a built-in wedge-like seat that puts their pelvis in a slight anterior pelvic tilt, which activates those postural muscles to get a nice upright posture. Let's take a look at this leg opening. This is super wide, allowing for their legs to be nice and spread out and fall to the side. And remember, this is the most optimal and healthiest position for your baby's developing hips. The only downside I have about this product is the price. $100 is expensive. So if that's not in your budget, totally understandable. And I would definitely go with the Ingenuity 2-in-1. But if money didn't matter, then the Up seat is always going to be my number one. Because you literally don't have to do anything. You don't have to adjust anything. You don't have to fuss with anything. You literally just pop them in there, put the strap on, and they have beautiful PPNA. I wanted to give a quick shout out to Bumbo. I may not like their traditional Bumbo seat, but I really have been impressed with their Bumbo multi-seat. I just don't have it, so I'll put some pictures up to kind of show you. See how the seat is much more neutral and wider. It kind of looks a little bit like the Ingenuity. We love it. I love the price point, and I love all the things that you can do with this one. So I'll make sure to link it down below if you want to check it out. Okay, that's it for today's video, guys. This one was tough. I hate rating things and picking just one, but y'all asked, and what my babies want, my babies are gonna get. So if you want more rating style videos, make sure to leave a comment down below as to what you want to see next. And also leave a comment down below which seat is your favorite. I would love to hear your experience with them. Before you leave, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I love being on here. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at The Baby PT. I hope you're having a great week, and I will catch y'all next time. Bye, guys.